right, we are going to talk about the first aid kit. And here's a cool little kit that I actually got this case from Aroma Tools. So that is a good place to look up for some options and see what they have. And there's some of the items that are in here that I got from Aroma Tools besides what we get from doTERRA, right? So what we are gonna do is we're just gonna pull out in here all the different things that we have. First of all, we have Q-tips. Now, they get yucky pretty easy. So what we have done is put them in a roller bottle that doesn't have the roller bottle obviously in it, and it worked out really good. Now there's only like 4 in there, but you know, most of the time it wouldn't be for, you wouldn't need a lot of them. And then another little item we have, a little, well, it's for lip balm or something to that effect. I put the cotton balls in there, and in the past I've carried cotton balls around and they get pretty yucky easily too. So this is a great idea on how to store your cotton balls, and look at how they go right back together. And then let's see, this item is a dropper bottle, really handy to get just the right amount out. Now what we would suggest is putting fractionated coconut oil in this, and Nicole will tell you a story as to why.
So fractionated coconut oil. All right, what do we have? I actually had gotten something in my eye. It was actually antibacterial hand sanitizer. Walking into a store, I pumped on it, not knowing what was in it, and it squirted me in my face. So I took a little fractionated coconut oil that I had in my purse, and I just put a little bit on a napkin and just wiped it right out of my eye. It doesn't go in your eye, it just allows the oil to pull it and draw it out. It's fabulous too. So within minutes, it was all clear. One eye with makeup, one eye with none. We are good to go. It worked. It did its job, and it protected. But there's definitely a safety about getting the oils in your eye. Coconut oil, milk is really great. If you guys have little kiddos with baby bottles still out, you can use a little squirt of that on a napkin, and that will actually help pull it out too. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you never know when you might, when you're out and about on a vacation or whatever, you just need a little bit of fractionated coconut oil to dilute hotter oil that you might be wanting to use. So then another really cool idea for in your kit would be a spray bottle, and this is actually a 10 ml bottle, and we would suggest the Owie spray, putting that in here. That's always a nice way an easy way to put on a wound. And we will be going over the Owie spray recipe in some of the other areas in the camp. Okay, and then let's see, of course, we do have some Band-Aids in here. And then we have some of these little oil bottles. Now, you can all vary on what actual oil you would want to put in this kit. One of the ones that I wouldn't leave home without is lavender. Lavender is the Swiss Army knife. Not only is it a, for allergies,
Antihistamine. It's a natural antihistamine.
Exactly. Along with you can't, if you have a burn or anything like that, it's a great oil to put straight on there. And a mosquito bite too. It is amazing for that. So lavender, don't leave home without that. Another one, Digessan, stomach upset, rub it on your stomach. That's one that I know I use a lot of. Peppermint. Nicole, why do we do peppermint in here?
Peppermint is an amazing oil for a couple different reasons. As a number of oils are versatile, this one is as well. It's great for pain, so if there's any headaches that you're experiencing, you have it on the go, or if you have a fever going on, it's cooling for the body. It's also really good when or if anybody is having a problem with keeping composure. And I can go back more in detail in later videos, but this is going to bring the alertness back to the brain and back to the body. And again, this is all our recommendations, our suggestions that we're sharing with you, our personal experiences that we've been exposed to as well. So take it with a grain of salt, okay?
Then the two more items here that we're suggesting in this little tin. This is that cuticle cream that we have made on one of our other videos. And it is just a really nice texture and consistency. I was actually using it on my lips. It's got frankincense and lavender in it. You know, how moisturizing is that? You know, what else were we thinking this could, besides for the cuticle or a dry spot on your hand? What were you thinking? I bet you a bug bite it would be amazing for. Maybe even a burn.
Yes, I was even thinking that too. It's like we can mix a couple different oils with it, but that cuticle cream, because it has the lavender and the frankincense in there, it's going to be very healing to the skin.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's going to be a great favorite. The last item we have here, Cracked X. Actually, if you only had like, you know, small amount or you had to get out the door quick or whatever, Cracked X and Band-Aids is probably, and you'd be doing good. Cracked X, what's in that? Frankincense. Heliochrysum. What does heliochrysum do?
Really good with stopping that bleeding.
Yes. and actually, the heliochrysum, I would recommend having a little bottle of that too, because it is flat amazing for stopping blood. And you can actually just flat drop it right on the wound, and it will help thicken it up and help it stop right away, and it helps it heal. It also is an amazing one for bruises too. You know, if you know it's going to be a nasty bruise and you really are concerned about that, you know, get that heliochrysum right on there. And there's a lot of other things you can do with heliochrysum for sure. And then cedarwood, melaleuca, and lavender. This little tube is amazing to use and have. And what would you say would be the number one way you use Cracked X?
Oh my goodness. I use this in every light of the word. We use it for bruises. We use it for bumps. We use it for scrapes and scratches. We use it if I don't have my lip balm with me. I'm going to use it for my lips. I'm going to use it for my cuticles before we made this cuticle cream. I use the Cracked X goes everywhere. And even when people have bleeding issues and we don't have helichrysum on us, we'll take the Cracked X and use it. Just apply it. Bloody noses seems to be a common thing for young kids this day and age, and that's something that we use a lot to help friends. So,
yeah, the number one thing. So I hope you got some good ideas, and when you go to make your kit, you can certainly, whatever you have on hand, use that. This is just giving you some great ideas on what you might like to do with that kit.
Have fun.
Yes.